is in the building.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's about that time.
Sport time. Rap.
Come on. And it goes a little something like this.
Sport time. Rap.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Sport time. Rap.
Welcome to Sports Rap Live, everybody. I'm your host, Adam Rapp, broadcasting from Junction Bar and Grill, 160 West Gray in the shadow of downtown Houston, where every Thursday night is steak night. If you're a meat and potatoes kind of guy, you want to get a cold drink and a nice meal, you come down to Junction Bar and Grill, and we also have 40 screens of live sports action for your viewing pleasure. And we also have a great show in store for you guys tonight, along with the SRL team. And of course, it is always brought to you by Diamond Supply Co. and DiamondSupplyCo.com. Of course, those boys are out in Long Beach right now at the Agenda Trade Show, so we want to shout those boys out right now. I know they're fixing to go party. Tonight's the last big night of the after party, so you guys have a good time. We'll see you when we get out there tomorrow. And whether you're listening live right now online or you're checking out the show via our podcast on Sports Rap Live, and that's rap with two P's. Why is that, Andrew?
Because two P's are better than one. Everyone knows that.
I think they do. If not, they will know very soon. That's for sure. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. You can also follow us and check us out on Twitter at Sports Rap Live. We go hard on the Twitter. You know what? You can kind of find out what's happening with Sports Rap Live via that medium. So we're going to break down all the week's topics in the world of sports. And, of course, we're going to start it off with the rap sheet with our good friends right here in the Sports Rap Lounge. Starting with the man, the mad scientist.
What's up?
The dude that just makes the show go, DJ Gons. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. Not as much as McElroy is.
Wait. On that note right there, he's talking about Greg McElroy from the New York Jets, and we're not going to talk.
Not the golfer.
Not Rory McIlroy.
Who I thought it was at first, like, McElroy, but yeah. On to the next one.
Well, and I'll bring that up right here at this table. Guys, anything that happens with Sports Rap Live, guess what? It stays in the locker room. It stays at the table. It stays at the party. And that goes for you, Soccer Talk Luis.
Unless that camera's on, you got no control on that camera.
Well, or
all the cameras.
Or that's right. Cameras. We got iPhones.
You're one YouTube mess away.
That's right.
You're one boom goes to dynamite from making yourself big time.
Very true. Very fitting. That's in our intro. Well, if you didn't hear, Luis, what Gons was talking about is Greg McElroy. Basically came out today, back at home. You know, the Jet season's over. He was a rookie quarterback out of Alabama, high IQ, you know, almost an Ivy League kind of guy. He goes on his hometown station and basically just bashes the locker room, says the guys are out for out for themselves, and has no regard for kind of that sanctity of the locker room. What do you feel about that? You need to flip that. You need to flip that mic on, Luis, so we can hear you. There we go.
All right. Well,
what's up, Soccer Talker?
What's going on? Well, first off, he messed up by dissing his team. And you know they're not going to back him up when he needs backup. So he should have just kept his mouth shut. He's a rookie. He should have probably learned from other people.
Right. Well, I think we all know that, but it was kind of shocking the backlash he got on Twitter today. Speaking of following at Sports Rap Live on Twitter, but Andrew Martinez, I know you have something to say about Mr. McElroy.
Well, I mean, did you hear about the Jets locker room? They said the most toxic player was the captain, Santonio Holmes. I mean,
including their own coach, by the way.
Yeah, that tells you everything you need to know, and he also gave him a long-term contract, so he ain't going anywhere. But if you have the wide receiver, former Super Bowl MVP, who's creating all this havoc in there, how can you expect a backup quarterback to even keep his head afloat?
Right.
Well, I should say even not even backup. He was almost a third string. They have Brunell. They're trying to work Brunell out because they don't know if Sancho is the answer, which he's clearly not. I mean, the guy's regressed. I don't even know how far.
And that concludes Jets Talk here on Sports Rap Live. Hey, Andrew, it's good to hear your voice. Man, it's a new year. Happy New Year, first and foremost, to the Rap Pack, to the whole Sports Rap Live family. I hope you guys had a safe and happy one. As I mentioned, St. Thomas High School is in the building for their alumni gathering tonight, so shout out to them. But we got to get into the Martinez Report, Andrew. We have a big game coming up in college football on Monday night, and we have some games to talk about this week. that could have been a part of a playoff system.
Battle of the Century Part 2. Part 2. You know, people really didn't like the first one unless you're a really defensive or an SEC guy. You know, unless you're one of those part of people, which I consider myself. You know, I'm an SEC person. I root for them. I like nice things. What can I say? But yeah, we had a big bowl games this week. The Orange Bowl was you know, it was very competitive. But, you know, we had the Sugar Bowl, which went to overtime.
That was a good game.
The Rose Bowl, which went to overtime. I mean, there's some pretty competitive games. I mean, you could argue that some of those teams should have been in the national championship. And you can also argue that if Stanford or if Oklahoma State had won convincingly, that if Oklahoma wins, you could have a shared national title. Probably won't happen now, but I mean, there is a lot of
You
stuff
mean
going.
Alabama? You said Oklahoma.
Yeah, well, no, if Oklahoma State had won,
Right.
you know, or Stanford had won convincingly, they could have had a claim to the shared national championship maybe. That's probably not going to happen now. But, you know, this national championship we're going to have is going to be fantastic. It's in New Orleans. I mean, it's down there in Louisiana.
Home game.
You
Home
know
game.
it, but you know Alabama travels well. And I don't even want to know what happens if Alabama doesn't win. Last time that happened, we had Toomer's Corner with, you know, that whole thing with the trees. Ooh, I do not want that to happen again.
Well, hopefully, you know what? Segueing right into my next little mention here. Hopefully next week we can get SEC guy on to call in and wrap up the SEC championship part 2.
He will be none too pleased if Alabama does not win.
Woo! I can't wait for
He will
that,
be hot.
man. Oh, that
But you know what? He's still going to be happy because SEC, another title.
Of course. And what, 6 in a row?
It'll also be their first loss, so there's that too.
That's true, no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what.
No
It's
matter
an SEC
what.
loss. It's also an SEC win.
Very true. Well, hey, we're football heavy tonight, so we're going to kind of put the NBA on the back burner on hiatus until we debut on
you mean-
Sports Talk 790.
Put it on the
next
hiatus
week.
just like the Rocket season.
Oh, man.
Yep, pretty much.
Kyle Lowry's
Really?
balling, but that's about it.
Scola and Kyle Lowry are balling. And why is Kevin McHale,
The coach?
why is he the coach first and foremost, and why does he have Scola guarding the center of the other team that they're playing? I don't understand that, man. Come on.
And you have one of the Morris brothers.
He's got
that's always-
Scola on Bynum.
You also have one of the Morris brothers already down the valley. Send
Yeah.
him this week down to the Vipers.
Yep.
So,
Yep. What, and they got Chase Buttinger on Kobe in clutch time? Like, come on, man.
What are you gonna do? Put Kevin Martin on him?
Great point,
That's
guys.
a field day.
Yeah, he
Great point,
plays
Gons.
defense.
Yeah, he plays a lot of defense.
Kind of like he plays defense like Ricky Rubio. Ricky Rubio. Like,
Oh,
he's
you
a
love
phenom.
me some Ricky Rubio,
Yeah, he
don't
also
you?
plays defense like the Jimmer. The Jimmer's coming to town soon.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
We should go cover that game.
We should.
Let's do it. Well, hey, we've given you the big announcement, of course, about Sports Rap Live. We will be on Sports Talk 790 starting next Thursday, January 12th, right here from Junction Bar and Grill from 8 to 10 p.m., just as we are for the last year and a half now. And then our all-new show on Sunday nights, starting on the 15th of January. And who knows where we're going to be for that show, but that's SRU, because we're taking kids to school.
The wrap up.
That's right.
Sports wrap
The
up.
sports wrap up, Sunday wrap up, each and every Sunday night, 8 o'clock. And we are very excited about that, so you guys stay tuned. Of course, Kadoma, who gave you his big announcement about the H-Town Sneaker Summit at Reliance Center on Sunday, January 29th, which we're a big part of and happy to be. He stops by later on for our Sneak of the Week and all the latest news from around the sneaker world. I know my boy YO713 is in the building. Big shout out to the new school Rapp Pack. We got the old school Rapp Pack sitting out on the patio. Of course, my man Ish. Wow. Just speak his name and he appears. You know, in
He
the
saw the
tie.
alumni
And-
sign.
Is it like
You saw the
Beetlejuice?
alumni
Ish,
sign
ish,
came over
ish,
here.
and like he
And
appears?
absolutely. That's exactly what happened. So it's a great night tonight. It's kind of a graduation of sorts for us. We're on to the next thing, and I'm happy to be sharing it with you guys. But Kadoma's going to share all of that from the sneaker world with you later on. We will open up the rap sheet. There's a lot to get into tonight, as you guys can see. We're trying to stay on our clock. This is the last week we really got to stay on the clock. So we will open up the rap sheet. We're going to look ahead at the NFL tournament. Start right off with the Texans, of course, when we get back from break. And I think Gons has a special treat to play for us coming back from break. And then when we get into the NFC, we're going to ask Soccer Talk Luis, what happened? Man, the Romo coaster is officially pulled in.
Hey, no cussing. I know what happened, but no cussing. All right,
please,
man?
please.
Because when I get to talk about the Cowboys, I definitely use some 4-letter, 13-letter words. I mean, I start bringing out the big-time cuss words, and I start talking about the Cowboys.
Keep it a rated PG.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. But we're going to get a special guest on the phone
man.
to talk to Luis tonight. and he already knows
From
as many F-bombs as this guy from Brooklyn, New York likes to drop. He's going to call in and talk to you about his New York Football Giants.
He's like my tag team. You know, I already dropped a lot of knowledge this season about the Giants. So
you guys are going to hit on Luis tonight.
I know.
oh
I'm
yeah,
ready.
you know.
Woo, man! I can't wait for
handicap.
that. I can't wait for that. Well, hey, we're also going to get into later on some college basketball.
Yeah.
Of course, conference play. A new year means.
It just started. We also had the big time Kentucky versus Louisville game this past weekend, which was very huge. We'll also get into the whole conference season. We're starting up. We're so you don't think about it now, but we're getting so close to March Madness. It's January. Before you know it, it'll be February,
Time flies,
which is the
man.
time to run up to the tournament. Figure out who's on the bubble. The bubble's always a thing people keep up with.
Andrew, tell the good people out there where the Final Four is this year.
Oh, you know where it is.
The Big Easy?
Yeah.
Oh, the Big Easy.
We had it here this
Tommy.
past year, so we have to try and ramp it up. He's just gonna have it again eventually, but it was kind of a letdown as far as the game. Incredible run by Butler, incredible run by VCU. But I think this next year we're gonna have a lot of heavyweights in there, so we'll see about that in the Big Easy.
Absolutely.
Which is also playing host this weekend to a big playoff game, and then on Monday a big national championship.
It's the year of
dude,
Nova.
New Orleans right now is
New
just
Orleans.
that's
Nola.
the place to be.
Good for and they just got the all-time passing record from Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, Texas, a Texan native right there.
Westlake High School, Austin, Texas. Absolutely, man. Well, all of that, and then, of course, the Bad Rap King is back from his hiatus last week, and we are going to get into the Bad Rap later on, brought to you by Act Bad Productions.
The Bad Rap King, is that David Stern?
He could be. He could take the crown after his act this
He's
past
holding the
lockout.
throne right now.
Man, yeah, absolutely. Hey, well, we're telling you guys to watch The Throne because this show cray. And we're coming for it in 2012. Sports talk is never going to be the same, man. We've heard it firsthand now, and we're really excited. Really excited to have everybody here tonight, out here supporting us. Like I said, it's kind of a graduation of sorts. So we salute every one of y'all. We're from Texas. I can say y'all. Even when we're nationally syndicated one day, I'll still say y'all because I represent H-Town no matter what. So you guys stick around. When we come back, we're going to open up the rap sheet and look at this weekend's NFL playoff action with the Texans kicking it off Saturday at 3:30. So you guys stick around on Sports Rap Live.